in the modern age, the age of the internet. And it's going to be a very, very interesting discussion. But before we get into it, let's start by introducing ourselves. Tell me your names, what school you come from, and if you have any hobbies that you participate in on the daily, then please let us know. Someone start. Vinay?
Yes, ma'am. I am Vinay Aditya.M from Pallikkoodam, and my hobbies are to solve the Rubik's Cube and play chess.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Vinay. Anybody else would like to go? Yes, Abuzar, please go.
My name is Mohd and from 7th rows, and my full name is Vivek, modern school, and my hobby is to playing cricket.
That's nice. Aaradhya, you tell us something about yourself.
My name is Aaradhya Rathore. My school name is Ideal English Medium School. My hobby is to do journaling.
Oh, nice. Interesting. Rajveer, what about you?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Rajveer. I am from 7th class, Stepping Stones in a secondary school. My hobby is to playing football and doing art.
That's great. That's great. Tejas, what about you?
I am Tejas Roy of class 5th, Holy Child Public School. My hobby is to read books.
That's great. That's great. Awesome. And I am Romsha. I'm a content writer with Newsahoot, but today I'll be your host for the Hoot Hour. Great. So now that we have gotten to know each other, let's jump into what the episode will be about. I'll give you a small recap of what today's episode will entail. Basically, we will first talk about what personal data really is, what digital data means, what kind of things will come under digital data. Then we will go on to talk about the recently passed digital personal data protection bill, and what that bill is about, how is it planning to protect our privacy, and all of those things. And once we are done discussing these two aspects, then we will play a very fun data privacy game. So this game will put you in a lot of situations that will require you to decide what is the best way to, protect your privacy on the internet. And it's going to be very fun, very interesting. And let's not waste any more time now and quickly get into understanding what personal data is really. Do you guys know what it is that we can call personal data on the internet? Aaradhya?
Yes, ma'am.
What is personal data?
Personal data is means our data, our personal data. We are using now. This is called our personal data.
Yeah, but what is data? I mean, personal data. What do you mean when you say personal data? What are the things that come under personal data? Vinay, yes?
The things that come under personal data like our name, address, and some things which may not want to share on the internet and
That's right. That's right. Very good, Vinay. Our name, number one, is our personal data. Where we live, our address is our personal data. Tejas, do you have any other things you want to add?
Personal data is our email, which we can add on any websites. We
But yes, Tejas told us about email, which is also a personal data that we often use when we are on the internet. So yes, we have name, we have our address, we have our email address. Mohammed, Abuzar, please tell us something else that we call. That's right. Yes, very good. Your computer's IP address is also your personal data. So, and yes, your location, your live location. So there is one thing, that there is an address where you permanently live. But nowadays there are, you can switch on your location. So your live location can be accessed by, the apps that are, you are using, or say you are sharing your live location with some friend for security reasons. We do that so much. So that is also something that comes under personal data. Yes, Tejas?
I want to say that personal we should not enter our live locations in a website without any security information about that website.
That's true. Tejas is absolutely correct. And Aaradhya, yes, Aaradhya, what do you have to add?
We have to not we don't have to share our personal information anywhere without our parents or elder permission.
That is true. That is true. All of you are correct. Mohammad Abuzar, yes?
We can share limiting the information that can manage our digital life.
Yes. All of you are absolutely correct. So basically, yes, our name comes under personal data, our address, our email address, our live location, our computer's IP address, and all of these things collectively are called personal data. And all of you are absolutely correct that without checking the safety or security of a site, we should not enter our personal data anywhere. And what is the best way of knowing if a website is secure or not? Do you guys have any idea in by which do you know a way where we can check if this site is safe or not? Yes, Vinay?
To check if the site is safe or not, nearby the URL there will be, if it will be written as not secure if the site is not safe.
Yes, you are right. Yes, Tejas?
In Google, there is a feature that tells about the that the website is secure or not. There is an icon present in Google which has a sign of lock, and if it is not there, we should not open that website. It can hack our mobile or take our personal data.
Yes, Abuzar?
Good. Every website have is tell about which website are secure or not, and we tell us which website are secure.
Yes. Aaradhya?
We can take the permission. We can know with in elder. We can ask to elder. It is secure to use the app. We can use or not use. We can
That's
take the
true.
help of elders.
Yes. All of you are correct. Firstly, the best way to know if a site is safe or not, you can ask your parents or your elders. And also, the rest of you are also absolutely correct. When you're typing the address of the website on the URL, you will see that on, I think, the left hand corner, there is a small lock icon. It is often called the green lock icon. And on laptops or computers, it comes in a green lock, or on your phones it comes just as a normal black lock. But yes, wherever that lock is formed, you can be assured that the site is safe. And what does safe really mean? It basically means that the information that you will provide to this website, nobody else except for that website will be able to use that information. Yes. But if a site does not have that icon, then it means that there can be a third party that can use that data. And it's not just between you and that website that the data will stay. There can be some third person, some illegal authority or a hacker or any sort of third entity that can use that data in harmful ways. Yes, but yes, all of you are absolutely correct. Now that we have gotten to know about personal data and safety of our data, let's go and talk about the digital personal data protection bill that was recently passed by the parliament. So do you guys have any idea what that bill deals with? Yes, Vinay.
The bill deals with the protection of our personal data in the internet. It says that the websites cannot get unnecessary data.
Yes, you are right. Tejas, what about you?
DPDP bill says that if it cannot take any website cannot take our personal data without parental consent with under the age of 18.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Abuzar?
DPDP bill aim to manage every website, every data and protect our data and storage. And DPDP bill passed in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha.
Okay, so actually the DPDP bill is no longer a bill. It has become an act because recently the president also approved it. So let us refer to it as an act now. But yes, all of you are absolutely correct. This deals with consent. So, we can give our consent to companies and who are collecting our data, and they will have the responsibility to use that data for only a specific purpose. And yes, for children, when it comes to using their data, only after their parents have given consent can children's data be collected. Yes, Vinay.
This is also the fifth draft of the bill.
Yes, it is the fifth draft. It went through many committees. There were a lot of committee sessions that were held to revise this bill constantly. In fact, do you guys remember in the last time that this bill was attempted to be passed in the parliament, there was a clause that data cannot be transferred to outside entities. It can't be transferred abroad. But this was not acceptable to many companies. So then it was revised. And in this bill, in this act, that is no longer the case. So yes, absolutely correct. Do you guys know anything else that the bill is saying? What it does, it establish any sort of authority? Or yes, Vinay?
This bill also says that the citizens cannot falsely accuse any website. They will be fined if they do so.
That's right. Absolutely correct. You can't falsely accuse any website of, saying that they're using your data illegally or whatever, or for harmful or criminal reasons or whatever. And if you do, you can be actually fined around 10,000 rupees, if I'm not wrong. So yes, you're absolutely correct. And it also establishes a body called the Data Protection Board of India. Do you guys know anything about that? Yes, Tejas?
I want to say that if any website takes personal data without any parental consent, it has to pay 200 crores.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Misusing children's data is also a crime under this act. And also, if a company, yes, Vinay.
Ma'am, I also want to say that the companies can get the consent of the user to send promotional messages to the user.
Yes, that's true. Anybody else? Do you guys, Aaradhya, Abuzar, Rajveer, do you guys have any other idea about this act? The Data Protection Board, do you guys know what it's aiming to do?
uh, Data protection board, it also provide us, do not send some unknown person messages. So this also provide us.
Yeah, so basically, all these crimes that we're talking about, using children's data for wrongful reasons, or falsely claiming someone of using data in harmful ways, all of these issues will be looked out by the Data Protection Board of India. They will be the one to check if companies are following this act, and they are the ones who will fine. Yes, Abuzar?
And it also established various rights for citizens or companies. And the state complaint fine penalty is rupees up to 10,000.
Yes, you're right. Absolutely right. And if there is also a data leak, in case companies that collect your data, there happens to be a data leak on their end, and they fail to report about the data leak, then these things are also considered a crime under this act. So it's putting a lot of safeguards on our data so that it's not used for the wrong reasons. And do you guys know if the consent that we give to companies for the data, can we take away that consent at any point in time? Yes, Vinay?
Yes, we can take the consent any point of time, and not only should they stop processing our data, but they also should delete our data from their database.
You're absolutely right. Yes, that's also something that's mentioned in the act. If you don't want these companies to use your data, you can simply send them an email saying that, whatever data you have, please delete it and you can withdraw your consent. But there is one condition. If you tell these companies that you are withdrawing your consent, then it also will mean that you will not be able to use their services. So that's also something we all should remember. It's a tricky situation. Yes, Tejas?
I want to say that if we get any OTP of any website, we should when we have used that, we should delete it immediately.
Yes. These steps you should take also, because but OTPs are not usable after that. So it's best only if you don't have all these spam messages on your phone also. So yes, Tejas, you're right. What about you, Aaradhya?
If somebody call in unknown numbers, we can immediately block the number.
Yes, you can. In fact, there is an application called Truecaller that can tell you if the number that is calling you is genuine or not. So that is also something you can use on your phones if possible. Yes, Abuzar?
And there is the WhatsApp in unknown number message with please share your account number, and these are the many जो unknown number can take your money out. So please don't.
Yes. Nowadays there's like a lot of danger. People send you links, and if you click on that link, then it can put like some sort of malware in your phone, or it can take your money, and it's all very tricky nowadays. So anyone you don't know, or anyone that you are not aware of from before, and they're sending you these links, your immediate reaction should be what? To just delete it or block these people and don't interact with them, especially when it is about money or all of these things, because nowadays you can't trust anyone like this. So great, you guys have so much knowledge about this bill, and I think we covered almost all aspects of, sorry, the act. And yes, so let's hope that the act is able to actually protect our data. And now let's get down and play the data privacy quiz that I have for you guys. Give me a minute. I will share my screen. Just a second. Can you guys see this quiz?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, great. Let me present it so that we can start. Okay. Okay, let's get to the first question. So, can you all read it, or should I read it for you? I'll read it for you once. So you receive an email from an unknown sender with a link to a funny video. What should you do? We just discussed this. Should you click on the link and watch the video? Should you delete the email without opening it? Should you share the link with your friends to see if they want to watch? Or you should reply to the email and ask, who is it that has sent me this? Yes, Vinay?
I would delete the email without even opening it.
I agree with you. Tejas, what about you?
Same answer.
Aaradhya?
Same answer.
Abuzar?
Delete the email without opening it.
Very good. You guys are very, very smart and conscious citizens. I like it. Let's get to our second question. So a website asks you to create an account with your full name, age, school, and home address to enter a contest. What should you do? Should you enter all the information to have a chance to win? You should enter fake information so they don't know who you are. Ask your parents if it's safe before giving any information, or enter the information because they promised a big prize. Yes, Vinay.
Ma'am, I would ask my parents if it is safe to give information.
That's good. What about you, Tejas?
Same.
Aaradhya?
Same answer.
Abuzar also same?
Yes, ma'am. Because when there is unknown number and we will giving in information and we will.
That's right. Yes. We should ask our parents, and also we also discussed about the green lock icon. So just in case your parents are not around and you want to, you feel like you should make an account on this site, then you can check the green lock icon, and maybe if it's there, you can think of giving your information to them. Yes, Tejas?
We should get an parental consent.
Yes, yes, we should. Great. Now the third question. So you want to play a game on your phone, but it asks for permission to access your camera and microphone. What should you consider? Should you give your permission so that the game works properly? Deny permission because the game does not need that access? Ask your friends if they gave permission, or give permission and then tell your parents about it? Yes, Vinay.
I would deny permission because games don't need that access. They don't need to do it.
Okay, okay. What about you, Abuzar?
Then ask your friend if they give permission before deciding.
Okay. Aaradhya?
I will choose give permission and then tell your parents about it.
Okay, okay. All of you have divided answers this time. Tejas, what about you?
Deny permission because games don't need that access.
Okay, okay. Okay, so I think because we don't know what game it is that we are talking about. Some games, like there are games that have the voiceover feature, so you can play with someone and you can talk to them while the game is on. You can also switch on your videos and interact with people while you're gaming. So there are many games that might require access to camera and microphone. So I think it depends mostly on the game. So you can actually ask your friends if they played the same game, and if they saw the need for a microphone or a camera, then that's, I think, a better option, because sometimes the gaming experience might be better because of talking to other people or seeing other people. So yes, let's go by ask your friends in this. And but Aaradhya, please don't give permission and tell your parents later. We will ask our parents first, and then we will give permission if there is to give any. Okay. Remember this. Anyway, let's go to the fourth question. You receive a text message saying that you won a free tablet, but you need to provide your bank account details for shipping. What should you do? Should you reply with your bank account details, ignore the message and delete it, ask your parents, or reply and ask if they can send it to your school? Abuzar, yes.
And ignore the message and delete it.
I agree. Tejas?
Ignore the message and delete it.
Vinay?
Same answer, ma'am.
Aaradhya?
Ignore the message and delete it.
Yes, this one was a little easy. I don't need a tablet, and anything that says that I'm getting anything for free is automatically something that you should not trust. Free things should not be trusted like this. Unless you're getting something from a competition, then that's okay. But just somebody is just giving you something for free, that should not be trusted at all. Next, so your favorite app asks if you want to turn on location services to find friends nearby. What should you consider? Turn it on so you can see where your friends are. Keep it off because apps don't need your location. Ask your parents what they think and turn it on, and then post your location on social media. Tejas?
Ask your parents what they think before deciding.
Yes. Mohammed, Abuzar?
Ask your parents what they think before deciding.
Yes. Vinay?
Ma'am, I will also ask my parents what they think before I decide.
I agree with you, all of you. Aaradhya?
Ask your parents what they think before deciding.
That's right. All of you are very correct. Let's go to the next question. So you want to create a password for your online game account. Which password you think is the safest? Your birthday, your pet's name, combination of letters, numbers, and symbols, and your favorite sports team name? Yes, Vinay.
I would choose option C, a combination of letters and numbers and symbols, because it's tough to recognize it other
Yes,
than others.
that's true. Tejas?
Same.
Aaradhya?
Your birth date, because it's difficult to uh, because it's difficult to uh, uh, because it's difficult to imagine our birth date or this.
Okay. Abuzar?
Ma'am, option C, because every friend we do not our birthday date and pet name and also favorite team.
Yes. Yes, I think the C option will be more safe because, Aaradhya, what happens is sometimes the website that you create these accounts on, they will have mostly all of your information, hai na? They will know your name, they will have your email address. Some websites also ask for your birth date. And so if these websites already know your birth date, then it's a risky thing to put your birth date and also your password, because they can guess somebody. If it gets leaked, if your data gets leaked, then getting into your account will not be that difficult. And also I think birthdays are something that you should avoid setting as your password, also because also one more thing, for many accounts that you have across different social media accounts, gaming accounts, or on different websites, try to keep every password different. don't have like one password that you keep for every site, right? Sometimes we tend to do that. That is also not safe. Your passwords on all websites should be slightly different from each other. And you can keep a notebook and you can note all your passwords so that it's much easier to remember. Yes, Vinay, do you have anything to add?
Ma'am, I also do the same thing. I have a notebook which I'll note down all my passwords.
That's very smart. All of you should keep that habit. Tejas?
In Google, we can save our passwords if we forgot.
Yes, we can do that. But it's best to know it yourself. Sometimes what happens is we save these passwords on Google, and that's okay. But sometimes if Google is not around, if you're using some other browser or you're using some other computer that does not have your password saved, then it'll be very difficult for you to remember because you've always been like, yes, saved password, saved password. So you don't know when you're not using your own computer. So it's a little risky. That safe password thing's also not for every time, you use something. Yes, Abuzar.
And we can write our password in notebook, and that notebook we can save and we know our password time.
Yes, notebooks you can keep. Also, again, notes app in your phone or in your tablets, the notes app you can also write on that just to be safe. Yes, Aaradhya.
We can note in our personal diary also, because of our personal diary we keep in we keep our personally in personal diary, so we can write in personal diary also.
Yes,
It can be
yes.
safe.
Yeah, it's much safer, things in the outside world are much safer nowadays than on the internet. Yes, Vinay.
Ma'am, I would like to add on that it's not safe to save our passwords in Google, ma'am, because sometimes even in Google databases it may get switched off and or it may even leak the data.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, even companies as big as Google can have data leaks, because at the end of the day, everyone is, prone to these crimes, cyber crimes. So we can't actually trust anyone but ourselves when it comes to passwords. Yes, Abuzar.
And the apps are not trusted, and we cannot give password on the apps.
Yes. Vinay?
Ma'am, I forgot to lower my hand.
Okay, okay. No problem. We had a great discussion about passwords. And yes, the C option is the best and the safest. Let's go to our next question. So you're using one of the computers at your school's computer lab to check your social media account. What should you remember to do before leaving? Log out of your account, change the computer's wallpaper, install a new web browser, or save your password in the browser. Yes, Tejas. Tejas?
Log out of your account.
I agree. Vinay?
Ma'am, same answer, ma'am.
That's great. Aaradhya?
Same answer.
Abuzar?
And log out of your account.
Yes, yes. All of you are absolutely correct. We should log out of our account because if somebody else happens to open it, they will, be able to check our whole profile, and that's such a breach of privacy. They will know so many personal details about you and they can use it against you. Hopefully not, but some people can use it against you, so it's not a good idea. So yes, log out of your account is 100% the right answer, but I think the better option is to not open your social media account in school labs. We go to study there. Please don't do these things when you're at school. Yes, Vinay.
Even if, ma'am, it can be traced that we are doing this in this computer, ma'am. The search engine has one option to view our history. Search history.
Yes, yes. People can find out that you were up to something at the computer lab. So it's not a good thing to have on your record at school anyway. So yes, the history can reveal about your activity on the internet. So always be safe. Mohammed Abuzar, yes.
And in school, The teacher will not open our social media account in computer lab also.
Yes, we should. We should try not to do that. And also, I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but the Data Protection Act, it has a clause that, earlier, if you were 13 or under, Facebook would give you the freedom to open an account. But now, even if you are between 13 to 18, if you have to open an account on Facebook, you will need your parents' consent, and you will have to provide some sort of ID from now on if you have to be on Facebook as children. So that is also going to be a little harder now after this act comes into force. So that is something to think about. These social media sites also will put some, which is, I think, a good thing, because kids should hopefully be uh, doing better things than being on social media. But yes, these are some new rules that might come into play in the future. So let's see what happens. Now let's go to our last question, which is, your classmate accidentally posts their home address in a WhatsApp group chat. What should you do? Share the address with your other friends, ignore it and don't say anything. Let your classmate know privately so they can remove it, or you can post your own address to be fair. Vinay?
Ma'am, I'll choose option B, ma'am. Ignore it and don't say anything.
Option D.
B.
Ignore it. Achho, ignore it and don't say anything. B. Okay. Tejas?
Let your classmate know privately so they can remove it.
Okay. Abuzar?
Let your classmate know privately so they can remove it.
Okay. Aaradhya?
Let your classmate know privately so they can remove it.
Okay. Rajveer?
Ma'am, same. Ma'am, C option.
Yes, I think I also agree. I think we should let them know, because if somebody's personal data like this is, out in the open and they didn't intend to share it with everyone in the first place, then it means that, it should be removed as soon as possible, because we don't know what some people can do with this information. And, especially where we live is, I think, one of the most important parts of our privacy. And except for our close friends and families, if anybody else gets to know, it's not really nice. We can feel unsafe and people can do some untoward things with that information. Yes, Rajveer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so great. We have finished this quiz, and it really helped us discuss so many other details about data privacy. And I'm so glad that we had such a great discussion around each and every question. And I'm so glad that you guys know so much about data privacy, data protection, and just in general being safe on the internet, how important that is. And yeah, practices like maintaining a password notebook, checking for the green lock icon, and in general, just not sharing your personal information with sites that can be a little unsafe. And yeah, these are some rules that we can follow, especially as children of your age, because you guys are so much more innocent. And if somebody happens to use this against you in like harmful ways, then it's just not how it should be. And I think one of the things that the Data Protection Act also intends to do is tell companies that you cannot use children's online activity data. So you guys must know that whatever we do on the internet, if we make a Google search, or if you're playing a game on some website, or if you're accessing some website, they get to know your activity. On based on that activity, you get ads thrown on your face. But now the Data Protection Act will make sure that what children are searching for on the internet, or what activity they are doing on the internet, it will not be used against you. or it will not be used to give you promotional or any sort of advertisement so that you are, like influenced to buy certain products or do certain things or play certain games. So that's something that's going to be good about this act, and I hope that it's implemented in its true spirit. Yes, Abuzar.
Then there is DBDB board is also, and we also know, we also tell us a problem to DBDB boards, and anyone who do not follow the rules of DBDB, and the penalty will take that person.
Yes, they will have to pay a penalty. If you don't follow these rules of the act, then you will be issued a fine and you will have to comply with that fine. Yes, Vinay.
Ma'am, I just want to add that only children experts say that the DPDP bill considers children aged 13 to 18 should be considered different than the children younger than them.
Yes,
So-
yes. Yes, you're absolutely right, Vinay. Some people have an issue with the fact that all children below 18 are being put under this, strict guideline, and it should probably be different for children under 13 and those who are between 13 and 18. So that is a criticism against the act. So let's hope that the government takes this into account and makes amendments so that not all children of all, like between all 1 to 18, are not subjected to the same rules. Yes, Aaradhya.
Some children don't know about data protection. So some children don't know about data protection. On some day they have called and some unknown number, and unknown number is telling that you have to pay your bank you have to, agar you want some monies that you can apply this app. So children will uh, apply on this app agar they don't know data protection.
Yeah.
It is important to know about data protection app, I mean this information.
Yes,
Or
yes.
it can do fraud also.
Yes, basically, see, children who are very small and who don't know much about data protection, if you have younger siblings and if you know younger, kids in your school or anything, everyone should be advised to always consult their parents. If you don't know anything about data privacy or protection, your parents are the people to trust. So we will not take any individual calls when we are on the internet, because it's not a very safe place all the time. Yes, Vinay.
Nowadays, computers have a parental control option which lets parents to control what the children are watching.
Yes, yes, you're right. You're right. Abuzar, yes, we'll just take your last statements. Yes, Abuzar.
And we don't trust on unknown number, and we can't tell about our information because she take our money and fraud it ourselves.
Yes, yes, you're all right. Tejas, your last statement.
I would like to say that um, some parents learn to learn um, how to use Google, and uh, so this should not be done, because if children do that, add some personal information in any website, that can cause harm to them.
Yes, yes. Even yes, children should not do anything without the parents' advice. That's just the golden rule that we'll follow. And I'm so glad that we were able to do this, but I have run out of time now. We will have to end this session. But I want to thank each and every one of you for giving your time and making today's episode a success. And I had a lot of fun talking to you about data privacy, and I hope your friends and your family will be able to learn a lot more about this topic through this video. Did you all have fun?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
That's
Yes.
great. That's great. You keep applying to be a part of the Hoot Hour, and I'll hopefully see you sometime in the future. Okay. But